The plane touched down just after midnight. There were no flags, no bands, no cameras, just the low hum of a tired engine, the hiss of hydraulic brakes, and the quiet shuffle of boots hitting the tarmac. Among them was Sergeant Nathan Cole, his face half hidden under the brim of his cap, eyes hollow but awake, watchful. Always. 8 years. That's how long he'd been away. Not just deployed, but lost. Buried in deserts and jungles, in missions too classified to name, in grief too personal to explain. Friends had fallen. Enemies had been forgotten. Time had blurred into a constant rotation of noise, fear, silence, and repetition. But one thought had kept him grounded through it all. Bear. Bear wasn't just a dog. He was the first gift Nathan ever gave himself after joining the service. A German Shepherd pup from a litter advertised outside a gas station in Georgia. The dog had been small, skittish and wide-eyed, but they'd grown up together, trained together, lived through everything together, until the day Nathan left and Bear couldn't come. He remembered the moment he handed Bear's leash to his younger brother, Matt. It was the day before he shipped out, and Bear had whined and pawed the gate as the truck rolled away. Nathan had cried for 3 straight hours that night, something he hadn't done even when his father passed. Now, 8 years later, he stood in the same town, carrying a duffel that felt heavier than ever, not because of weight, but because of what he feared might no longer be waiting. He didn't call ahead. He didn't message Matt. He just took a cab from the airport to the house, staring silently out the window as streetlights flickered past like ghosts. The world felt the same, but he didn't. He was leaner, tougher, scarred inside and out. The tattoos on his arms told stories in symbols no one else could read. His left knee clicked when he stepped. His right hand sometimes trembled, but it was his eyes that had changed most. Always scanning, never resting. The cab stopped in front of the familiar white fence. Nathan stood still for a long moment before paying the driver and stepping out. The house hadn't changed. Still small, still sturdy, still lined with Matt's weird collection of porch plants. A single porch light burned warm in the night. He walked slowly up the driveway, boots crunching on gravel, and then he saw him. There, under the porch, lying on a mat with his head between his paws, was Bear. Older now, his once black fur streaked with grey. His ears twitched at the sound of steps, but his head didn't lift. Nathan stopped a few feet away, heart hammering. "Yeah," he whispered. The dog lifted his head, slowly, ears rotating. He looked at Nathan for a long time, but didn't move. Nathan took a breath and stepped forward, kneeling. "Hey buddy, it's me. It's Nate." Bear stood now, tense. Not aggressive, just confused. His tail didn't wag. His nose sniffed the air, cautious. Nathan opened his arms. Bear growled. Just a low, uncertain sound, but enough to stop Nathan cold. The dog he'd dreamed of every night for 8 years. Didn't recognize him. Nathan didn't move, didn't speak again. He just stayed there, eyes misting in the porch light, as Bear slowly backed toward the door. A second later, the porch light clicked off, and the door opened. "Nate?" Matt's voice cut through the dark. Nathan stood slowly, brushing his knees. Matt froze in the doorway, stunned. "Holy Nate. You didn't call." "Jesus, man. I didn't even know you were back." Nathan tried to smile but failed. "Didn't want a welcome party." Matt stepped out and hugged him tight. "You look like hell." "Feel like it too." Matt looked past him, frowning. "What's going on with Bear?" Nathan swallowed hard. "He doesn't know me." Matt hesitated. "It's been a long time, man, and you look different." "Yeah. He's older too. Half blind. Doesn't hear as well. And you." Matt looked at him carefully. "You're not the same." "I don't blame him." Matt opened the door wider. "Come in. Give him time." Inside, the house smelled of coffee, old wood, and the faint musk of a dog that had ruled the space for nearly a decade. Bear lay in the corner now, watching Nathan with unblinking eyes. Nathan dropped his bag and sat on the floor a few feet away. He didn't speak, just sat, breathing. Hours passed. Matt went to bed. The night stretched long and quiet. And somewhere around 3 a.m., Bear stood up. He walked slowly to Nathan, pausing once. His nose twitched. Nathan didn't move. Then, Bear licked his hand. It was slow, hesitant. Then he whined. And then, he leaned into Nathan's chest. Nathan broke. He didn't sob, didn't wail, but the tears came. He wrapped his arms around Bear and buried his face in the fur that had once been jet black, now peppered with the soft silver of age. "I missed you, buddy," he whispered. "So damn much." Bear stayed there all night. The next few weeks were quiet, healing. Nathan didn't talk much, but Bear was always nearby. They walked together, ate together, sat by the fireplace, listened to music on the old speaker. And slowly, Nathan began to feel human again. One afternoon, Matt came home to find Nathan asleep on the floor, Bear curled against his side, both of them snoring softly. A baseball game played muted on the TV. Matt just smiled and backed out quietly. A month later, Bear started limping. At first it was subtle, then it got worse. The vet said it was arthritis, maybe something more. Nathan didn't panic, he just adjusted. He lifted Bear when needed, rubbed his joints with warm cloths, slept on the floor beside him when stairs became too much. One night, Bear couldn't stand. Nathan sat beside him for hours, brushing his fur gently. "You can go if you need to," he whispered. "I'll be okay now." Bear lifted his head one last time, nuzzled Nathan's chest, and closed his eyes. Nathan buried him in the backyard, under the tree they used to sit beneath. He built a small wooden marker, burned one word into it with a soldering iron. "Brother." That night, Nathan pulled out an old notebook from his bag. He opened it to the first page, wrote a title, "Things Bear Taught Me." He didn't stop writing for hours. When Matt checked on him, Nathan looked up and said, "I want to help other soldiers, the ones who come back, not whole." Matt nodded. "Start with this." He handed him a small box. Inside was Bear's collar. Nathan smiled. It still smelled faintly like home. Today, Nathan runs a non-profit, pairing veterans with rescue dogs. He says he doesn't train the dogs, they train the humans. His office has one photo on the wall. It's not of war, not of medals. Just a moment. Nathan, sitting in the dark, with Bear leaning against him, the night he came home. The caption reads, "He forgot my face, but never my soul."